Hi guys, welcome back to another speed build in the Sims 4. I'm Kiko Builds, and for today's video we are building a fairy cottage, that's what I call it, and we are building an overgrown cottage that is really centered around the landscaping and the wild nature that grows around it. A lot of flowers, a lot of plants, a lot of trees, even a little pond as well. But yeah, this is on a 50 by 40 lot in Hanford-on-Bagley. That is the word that came with the expansion pack Cottage Living. This lot was originally a park, the Isle of Vope Park, and it was located in the neighborhood where you have the wonderful, magnificent waterfall and this big river running through the neighborhood. I really do love Hanford-on-Bagley. It's a very beautiful world. Especially the countryside, of course, and because I love nature. I love everything nature, and a build that is centered around nature as well. So for this build, of course, I was inspired by the new pack that will shortly come out for The Sims 4 that is centered around fairies and nature. So that's why I decided to build this here. And as I told you, I did want to build something that was really focused around nature, something that looked a little bit whimsical, a little magical, very kind of peaceful as well, and joyful, cheerful, and cozy at the same time, especially for the cottage and the inside part of the cottage as well. So yeah, mostly for this build I used the expansion pack, the items from the expansion pack Cottage Living, of course. But I didn't actually did a pack limited build for this. I used all the packs that I actually own for this build. Speaking of packs, there is currently a summer sale going on the app where you can have DLCs discounted, and especially Cottage Living is 50% off. Yay! I also saw packs Cats and Dogs was also 60% off, but you have many packs that are at a discount price, and you can use my creator code if you decide to actually buy those packs, and it will go into helping my channel, as I told you before. And thank you very much if you decide to use my creator code at checkout, and a big thank you as usual to all of you who have used my creator code in the past. This cottage was actually built for a family because we have in this house 5 bedrooms. I placed there a nursery, a child bedroom. We also have 2 bedrooms for adults, whatever kind of adults you want to put in this house, or maybe a adult couple and a teenager. Whatever you want to do with this house. And we also have downstairs in the basement, because yes, we have a basement, we have a spare bedroom, like a bedroom for guests. It's not really a bedroom, it's kind of open on the office space, study space. But yeah, we have a 5th bed in this house. So hope you will enjoy playing with this if you decide to download it. It will be available as usual on the gallery under my ID Kiko_builds, and I will also place the link to the tray files for you to download this build directly into your game if you prefer to. So as you can see, the wallpaper that I used for the exterior of this house are the wallpapers from Get Together. I really do love them, to use them for cottages and for countryside style homes. And the roof cover is obviously from Cottage Living. I really adore the wall tiles that I placed on the chimney. It's actually from the Castle Estate kit. Yes, that was a kit. It's stones where you have moss growing in between the stones because it's so old. I really wanted this cottage to look kind of oldish in the kind of the architecture and things like that. So, and also overgrown. That's something that I told you in the beginning, and you could see also in the introduction videos that I placed. So I had to place a lot of plants around on the lot, but also growing on the walls. We have a lot of ivy, we have a lot of hanging plants, moss growing on the walls, and it adds for the vibe that I wanted, like this kind of cozy vibe, nature centered vibe, old house and cozy as well. So now you can see me placing the ivy. I don't know if I can say these are ivies, but these are plants growing on the walls, also those flowers as well. I went also in the debug items for, I think, Snowy Escape, for the plants that you will see me placing that will hang from the roof. I really do love adding those for overgrown cottages usually. And also the little decorations that I placed on the wall, on the roof trim, not really the roof trim, but on top of the roof we have those decorations with those animals running on the roof, and I really do love that. I think it's so cute, and it also comes with Cottage Living. So finishing the shell for this little cottage here, adding a balcony at the back to be able to have a little more space, because I realized that although the lot is 50 by 40, the surface of the house is quite small. This is also the reason why I decided to add a basement downstairs with a spare room and a second bathroom, because we only have 2 bathrooms in this house, one on the first floor, one in the basement. The upstairs part of the house is quite small. We only have a small landing and 2.5 bedrooms. If I may say, you will understand a little later on when we will be furnishing the interior of the 3rd floor. I will explain to you a little more. So I went back in front to start working on the landscaping. As you can see, I placed first the animal shed, also chicken coop, and I absolutely had to have this hot spring. Yes, this hot spring that came with Snowy Escape. This is a very aesthetic item to have on a lot, because I didn't really want to have a pool. It's too big and didn't really go with what I wanted for this lot. Although I could have actually decorated the pool with lush greenery and like a natural kind of pool, but I thought that this hot spring was a nice touch. This is an item that I hardly ever use in my builds, and I really do love the vibe of it, and also the color of the water. We also have a little waterfall that falls down from the rocks into the hot spring. You also saw that I started to build my pond in the front, and I really love the pond tool. The ponds are items, if I could call these items, if I may call them items. Anyway, the ponds are features that I really love to have on my builds when I build something that is on a big lot, and especially when I have a build that is focused on nature, maybe a ranch or a cottage, a farm, and something like that. So yeah, now you're seeing me placing around the animal spot. I'm placing this little fence, this little stone fence that looks very old, and you can find this in the debug items from Cottage Living. Also placing the items for gardening, so placing the gardening spot. I don't know how you call this, I don't remember. Anyway, the planters, the boxes are obviously the planters, but the kind of gardening rows are for the oversized crop. I love placing them in my farms. I had to have them. The pond, actually, right now I think I'm going to decorate the pond and landscape the the pond area. I think so, with a lush garden. This is something that I love to do. This is one of my favorite things to landscape, is ponds, because they bring something very, very natural, very realistic, and I love a body of water. It always looks peaceful, and this is one of my favorite things to actually landscape. So now you're seeing me placing those rocks with those waterfalls, and these items come from the Riviera Retreat kit. I also placed a fishing sign inside the pond. It is something that I love to do because I love for my Sims to be able to fish in the ponds. And not have to go outside of the lot, or maybe outside of the neighborhood even, sometimes when they need to fish, because we don't have a body of water in the neighborhood. But yeah, anyway, what I was saying is that I placed a fishing sign here, and this is a fishing sign that came with the base game, but this particular one is the pre-stoked fishing sign. So you already have all the fish in your pond to be able to fish, and this one can be found in the debug items as well. So as I was saying, I love to have a lush vegetation around the pond and also inside of the pond. As you can see, I placed a lot of water lilies. Also, the water that I choose is not the clear and crystalline water. I placed this water that it's not murky, but it looks like a very natural pond that you can find in the countryside. I love that. And also I placed all the natural life in the pond. I placed those swan. I also placed a lot of fireflies all over the lot to add for this magical touch to the lot at night. So I really, really love that. You will be able to see a little more of the lot, I mean the life on the lot, at the end of the video, when I will do the lot tour. I mean, it's not really a lot tour, but it's you will have a lot of little snippets of life. As you could see in the introduction video, you will see a little more of that, of the lot coming to life at night and during the day. I really do love that. So yeah, continuing with the garden. Here you have the gardening space. I obviously had to place a lot of dirt around the gardening pots or the planters, and also placing Patchy. Patchy is a scarecrow, and I realized that I haven't used Patchy in so long, probably years, I think years really. And I was very happy to having remembered Patchy, and also when I was play testing, I was also playing with Patchy and talking to him and whatnot. So now I'm placing all the flowers along the path. So this is something that I really envisioned first before building this. I really had in mind this cottage overgrown, but especially this path going around the lot, and that is bordered with all those white flowers and white grass. And this is something that I really, really, really love to see in real life, also in art pieces. And this is something that I really wanted to transcribe in this build. I remembered at one point that we were on a fairy lot, and that I needed fairy lights, so I decided to place some fairy lights all around this little spot here that is next to the house. That is, as you saw at the beginning, that is a little more elevated than the plateau where you can find the cottage per se. And I decided to place a lot of fairy lights. Those fairy lights, particular ones, are found in the toddler stuff bag. And I love this little spot here. This is the leisure spot to me. This part of the lot where you have the hot spring. I also placed the lounge chairs as well for them to relax and maybe even sun base, although I placed them in the shade under a large tree. I also placed this fire pit and those logs that serve as chairs around the little pit, and I placed a lot of wildflowers around this spot as well. As you could see, also didn't talk about the archway that I placed there, because this is such a lovely spot. So I decided to place an archway there in case you or I want to marry some Sims there to make a nice little spot for a wedding, for eloping two Sims. And also, of course, this is the picnic area, I mean the barbecue area, barbecue space, with this table that looks very, very natural and rustic, and I've never used it before, I think. And this is a table that came with the Star Wars pack. I don't remember the name of the Star Wars pack. So yeah, also went afterwards and placed also a small meditation tool here. So I really, really love this little spot here around the barbecue. This is the leisure area. As you can see, we also have an archway that is lined up with fairy lights. This archway that leads to this spot here. I should find the name for this spot, this place, leisure place here. And this lovely little armchair that came with the high school use pack. As you can see, I placed also a lot of outdoors activities for the Sims to use on this lot. Especially, of course, I had to have a clothesline, and I love this little decorative clothesline that I placed on the left hand side of this one here, of the functional one. This one is not non-functional, and it came with Island Living actually. So this is a lovely little spot here. A lot of flowers, as you can see, a lot of wild grass, and this is what I love and enjoy in a build. When it comes to activities on this lot, I placed, as you could see, I told you, the clothing line. I placed also a picnic blanket next to the pond so that they can actually have a nice picnic on the blanket, looking at the pond and the swan. We also have this telescope that I place here. I'm absolutely scared of telescopes because they can kill you Sims, literally, but I like to have them still on a lot. I also placed, as you can see, the animal shed, the chicken coop. We also have a swing set, this lovely little swing set with so many fairy lights also, and this swing set actually came with the little campus kit. And of course, we have a lot of greenery, flowers and everything. I also placed the path, as you can see, goes out the back of the house, and I also made an exit spot outside at the back of the house as well. That I love this little spot there as well, that I also landscaped with a lot of flowers, placing still some more decorations on this lot to make it look a little more lived in and livelier. And we are done with the outside of the lot, and we are now inside. I spared you all the footage or the recording of the making of the floor plan, because yeah, I didn't want the video to be way too long. It's long enough as it is. So you're seeing the interior. So for the flooring, I actually used the floor tiles from Cottage Living. Most of the things that I tried to use in this house came from Cottage Living because they go with the vibe, let's be honest. Oh, you can see the wallpaper here is from Cottage Living. Also the wall, the stone wall that we have, the brick wall that we have, is from Cottage Living. Almost everything in this little entryway / dining room. This is something that I never do, but this was the best way that the floor plan could work, to have the dining room right in front of the entryway. But I think it works, it still works, and I managed to make this little house look cozy. I really enjoyed decorating every single room of this of this little cottage here. The wallpaper from the cottage living, they actually look so busy, so that's why I had to break it up a little with those brick walls that look plain, like plain walls. And I think it works well. Now we are in the kitchen, and for the flooring in the kitchen I used the masonry. I think that came with the country kitchen. Country kitchen is something that goes very well with cottage living as well. I tried using the counters from the kitchen counters from country kitchen, but they looked a little too rustic, too worn, so I went with the cottage living counters and cabinets, and I think they look gorgeous in this little kitchen here. So I went with a blue swatch. I didn't use the same color scheme in the entirety of the house, so as you can see we have kind of a blue kitchen. For the wallpaper as well, I went with the blue wallpaper that matched the blue of the cabinets and the counters. The living room has no blue whatsoever. It's more like some pink accent with the pink flowers that we can find on the wallpapers. Also in this kitchen I went and used many clutter items from the kitchen clutter kit that came out not long ago. That I really love this little kit. And this kitchen looks cozy and very warm, and I love that. Also placed this small fireplace. I don't remember what back it is from. Don't remember, but I think it adds up for a very nice and warm and cozy kitchen to the vibe of the kitchen here. I didn't want the kitchen to look too modern, so of course obviously the items from the country kitchen and also the cottage living are perfect for that, but I didn't want to give them a too modern of a microwave oven. Also, I didn't use my go-to kettle or tea maker, so I used the kettles that came with one from For Rent and the other one like the tea set from I don't know what pack, because I love for them to be able to make green tea to overcome an illness. So yeah, try to place things everywhere that looked a little more rustic than modern in that kitchen. But now we are in the living room, and also of course the word is rustic, and I used the huge fireplace from cottage living as well. The armchair that we have here that is covered in a blanket is actually from the horse ranch pack, and I used the couch from cottage living and also those mushroom armchairs. They are poofs actually, and they are also from cottage living. Couldn't stay away from a TV because I love my Sims to have actually a TV in their house. So I had to place a TV that looks quite modern because I didn't have any other spot to place the TV in the room other than on top of the fireplace. So it's quite a modern flat screen TV, but yeah, because I had this huge fireplace in the middle of the room and I didn't have any other spot to place like a small cathodic TV, but I think it's fine, it's okay. They also have a computer downstairs. Also placed a lot of plants too because they love plants, of course. As you could see outside, they love the wilderness, they love a lot of bushes, outgrown, not outgrown but overgrown gardens. So they love plants, they love flowers, so I had to place a lot of plants and flowers also inside. As you can see, I also decided to go with an accent wall here behind the fireplace that is a brick wall, but I went back also and added one more fire accent wall in that living room. As you can see, from time to time I'm going outside to add some things that I forgot along the way. As you can see, the fairy lights, because I decided to place the fairy lights all around the room. next to the ceiling, and I also decided to place some more fairy lights hanging from the tree that is outside in the barbecue area. Now you are in the bathroom. This is the only bathroom that we have on this floor. On the first floor, we don't have a bathroom upstairs, as you can remember, but yeah, also because I wanted some plumbing items that looked a little more old-fashioned, I went with the plumbing that came with the vampires. I think they were the best ones that I could find, and the mirror as well is from the vampires. But I realized that the mirror is like, I don't, it's not the reflection is not great in this mirror. But yeah, I liked the frame of the mirror. Now you are seeing the first bedroom. So this is the only bedroom that we have downstairs, and could be for parents, or could be for a teenager, or could be for the grandparents, could be for an aunt. Anyway, it could be for anybody, any adults. Yeah, the color scheme for this bedroom is pink and cute. The theme is pink and cute, and this bed is actually from high school years, and I used those curtains from Island Living, and decided to place actually this those butterfly decorations that I really love placing in some of my rooms, and I more often than not, forget about those, but they are gorgeous, those arch butterflies that are lit up. And yeah, anyway, I'm talking about the butterflies, but I'm placing also a lot of fairy lights there, and I really do love this bedroom there. This is the pink bedroom. Upstairs we will have a green bedroom as well. The pink bedroom was, we could say the theme for the pink bedroom was flowers, and the green bedroom is nature. More so nature. Now we are in a little space that is, it's not an entryway, but it's kind of a hallway to the stairs, because we have the stairs that go up the second floor and the stairs that go down to the basement, and we also have the back door to the back of the lot. And yeah, on this lot, a lot of the sims that come in, they don't come in from the back door. Actually, they come in from the back of the lot, and they circle the house to go to the front door. But yeah, anyway, now we are upstairs, and as I told you, we have I told you about a half bedroom at some point at the beginning of the video, because of this particular room that you are seeing in the round tower here. It's actually, we have the door to the child's bedroom, or the children's bedroom, and then at the back of this bedroom we have the entrance to the tower. And this tower, I made it into the nursery. So it's a very, very small room. This is why I'm saying this is like a 1.5 bedroom, because we have the main room with the child's bed, and then we have like the small room for the baby at the back of the room. And the round walls are so glitchy. This is the reason why I don't use them very often. I use them very, very rarely. As you can see, I tried to place also a door going from the bedroom of the child to the nursery, and I placed the door actually, but it looks like there's no door. The door doesn't really appear. There's no opening in the wall, but the sims are actually able to access this back room there, the nursery. And now it looks like it's maybe it's a secret nursery or something. And this is why I placed curtains in front of the doors to the nursery. Now we are in the bedroom, another bedroom for an adult, or could be for a teen as well. And this is the green room, as I said, because I choose, of course, I have to have a color scheme for every bedroom, and this bedroom is green, so I used the green wallpaper also from Cottage Living. And this bed is actually from also high school years. High school years are some pretty awesome beds and bed covers. I really do love them. Decided to place this kind of headboard on top of the bed. I don't know if this is from eco lifestyle, not sure, but it's gorgeous. It's a lot of flowers, a lot of grass as well, so it goes well with the theme of the slot. And I also gave them those bedside tables with a lot of plants in them, so I think they are from the blooming room kit. And I love this little room. I decided to place those fairy lights also that came with the Businesses and Hobbies expansion pack, and I decided to place them all around the room as well, just like the living room and the bedroom downstairs as well. Finishing up the upstairs with here the landing from the landing, yeah. Just nothing much going on with this landing. Some decoration, an accent table, a mirror, some plants, and that's it. And now we are downstairs, and we are actually here doing the basement, as you can see. So in the basement we will have a second bathroom. Is nothing much to say about the second bathroom. It's the exact same plumbing items as the bathroom upstairs. I also placed a spare bedroom for when you have guests over, and this bedroom I decided to keep it open, to not close it with a full wall. So I placed these curtains that are lovely, that are actually plants hanging, leaves hanging, and I think it's so cute. So this bedroom is actually the spare bedroom. It's the bedroom for the guests when you have guests over. And yeah, it's not really a bedroom, it's a nook for the guests. And I also placed the office or the study area here in the basement because I didn't have any other spot to place it. So we will have a desk with many different items, like many books. And because we are in a house for fairies, yeah, in a house of fairies, so they really are into learning everything nature and spells and things like that. They are magical creatures, so I think they are really, of course they are really into nature, fairies, and they learn everything they need to learn about nature, about the moon phases maybe and things like that. I'm talking about the moon phases because of the wall out that I placed above the desk, and this is from Realm of Magic. We also have a lovely wall art that is kind of a diagram of a flower. And yeah, I think we are done with this little cottage, fairy cottage. We're finishing with the bathroom, and I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it, and hope to see you next time for next video. And in the meantime, take care. Bye.